Hello friends! Today you're going backpacking with me. Don't worry, I have cameras. There will be plenty of photography and videography. In fact, I have my drone with me as well as a camera. But the star of the show for this trip is really this pack. It is the LowePro PhotoSport AW3. It is a purpose-built pack for backpacking with cameras. LowePro has answered my prayers with this guy. So today we're headed out. And one more thing. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Leigh. I have been sharing videos here on this channel for over 12 years. I share videos about anything where you might have a camera in your hand. Today it's backpacking. Tomorrow, I might be at a museum. We'll see. Well, maybe not tomorrow, because I'm still going to be out here. Anyway, subscribe if that sounds interesting to you. All right, here I go. Let's dive into some specs about this pack, like more on the capacity of it. I will link to this pack in the description so you can learn all of the details. In fact, LowePro has a really helpful video on that page that walks you through the pack's details, but I want to touch on some of the things that stood out to me. This pack is a 70-liter pack, but there's also a 55-liter version available. They both come in two sizes for different heights of people. A small medium, which is what I have. I am 5 foot 5 inches, by the way. And there's also a medium large for taller folks. Both sizes do have quite a lot of flexibility to adjust where the straps attach on the pack, so it fits you just right. LowePro does have a few other packs in the PhotoSport line that aren't meant for multi-day trips in the backcountry. I have an older version of one of them and I still use it. The 70 and 55-liter versions, however, are meant to carry everything that you need for multiple days in the wild. Your tent, your food, your sleep system, your water. I carried over 4 liters on this trip, plus cameras in a removable camera compartment. It's actually LowePro's Gear Up Pro XL camera insert, and it gets strapped to the interior of the pack and is accessible from either the front or rear of the pack, taking up about 8 liters of space. This is completely unique. There are large camera backpacks out there. I have backpacked with one of mine. I've also backpacked with a regular 65-liter backpacking backpack, setting my camera wrapped up on top of everything else in my pack. However, none of those options that I've seen, including those that I've used, was ideal. There were always compromises. With this pack, it brings it all together for me. The space, the build quality, and the ease of access of my gear. And it does it with 86% recycled materials, which I find very attractive. Overall, the pack is relatively simple with pockets on the outside and the brain of the pack, and everything is very sturdy and stood up to me, scraping it on rocks and such in the desert. Again, LowePro's site has a ton of information and their video walking you through the pack is extremely well done. So if you're considering this pack, you should take a look at that after you're done with this video. So all that's great, but how do all of these pockets and leaders and materials actually work together? The answer is that they just do. This is an extremely well thought out pack. It is simple, but has ways to customize it, along with the flexibility to use its parts in different ways. Let me explain. There are pockets and attachment points on the exterior of the pack, but it doesn't have extraneous pockets that add weight. Though it does come with things like this pocket that I attached to the strap for snacks. There are other accessories that come with the pack that allow you to customize it and also allow you to carry the brain of the pack or the camera compartment separately, which can be handy. Again, I send you to the LowePro video for more on those. And speaking of the camera compartment, it is quite large. Although I carried my Mavic 3 Cine along with the Sony ZV-1 and accessories like a power bank and cables for recharging, I tried a few different cameras and lenses in it before I left. I found that it fits a super telephoto lens and a full-frame mirrorless camera body with room to spare, which is amazing. Beyond that, there are things about the pack that might seem small, but they are actually hugely beneficial. Like the zippers and pulls are top notch. The zippers open and close easily with one hand, and the straps that adjust all have locking mechanisms on them so they don't loosen as you're hiking. Those are things that you simply can't understand until you're out in the wild, tightening straps at every stop because your tripod is flopping around or you're struggling with the zipper while both exhausted and holding a camera. You don't have to deal with those things with this pack. One thing that is exceedingly important is comfort. How does the pack carry? Like I said before, I'm not a big person, and this is a big pack. So how does it carry for me? Is it comfortable to carry? Because if a pack isn't comfortable to carry, it doesn't really matter how many cameras I can fit into it along with how much camping gear. I'm not going to want to use it. Well, what can I say? It's comfortable. The pack was heavy. I didn't weigh it, but I had over 4 liters of water, a couple days of food in a bear can, my tent, sleeping pad, sleeping bag, my toothbrush and toothpaste, my sunscreen, extra layers of clothing. I had my ZV-1 and a small tripod out of the pack most of the time, but the Mavic 3 Cine was in it. I had a large battery bank and cables to charge the cameras. The bag was heavy, and I cannot believe how comfortable the pack was to carry. I said that LowePro has a video where they walk through the features of the pack, but they also have a video where they discuss fitting the pack to yourself. I already knew some of the information, but I followed the video because this was the first time I was fitting a pack for myself without anyone's help. So again, check out that video if you need help getting fitted. They did a great job breaking down the different adjustments, and I ended up with a wonderful fit that carried exceedingly well. All right, friends, it is getting dark out, the sun's going down, and it's time to set up camp. Oh, that breeze feels good. It's been a warm one. Well, I have nothing but good things to say about this pack. I love how comfortable it is. I'm just incredibly impressed with how it carries. I've had a few different backpacking backpacks, and this one absolutely keeps up, plus it carries my cameras. I like the relative simplicity of the bag itself. I appreciate the robustness of the materials. I appreciate that many of the materials are recycled. I love that LowePro is going that way, and they have promises to even include more recycled materials as time goes on. I love how quick and easy it is to access my cameras, and that I can choose where I want to access my cameras. This trip I decided to access them from the front. Another trip I could go from the back. So anyway, I will link to this pack in the description of this video. But let me know about you all. Does this sound like something that is interesting to you? Is this something that you would use? What do you like and dislike about it? Let me know in those comments. Oh, and where would you take it? I'm always looking for tips. So anyway, everybody, thank you to LowePro for sending me this pack. It is going to get use. I'm very excited that it's going to get use. And thank you all for watching.